Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by. This is Zelda Kelly. I'm with PsychicSecrets.com. Today we're going to talk about your telephone, your mobile phone, and the laws of attraction. That's right. So how are they connected? Well, this is something I don't think that you've really thought about. It doesn't take much to think about it, but we just really don't think about it because we depend on our cell phones and on our devices so much for communication that we don't really think about those days when we didn't have all this. All these luxuries, the phones, the devices, the watches, how you can connect with someone, everything short of telepathy, of telepathic powers. And sometimes we even have those. But the laws of attraction and your phone are very, very significant, especially during these times we live in, because we depend on our phone so much. And if you see other videos that we post on Psychic Secrets, you're going to see how to manifest a phone call, how to have someone call you, your specific person or someone else, give you a call, text, communicate with you. And it works. It's not magic. It's a law. It's the law of attraction. I want you to think about this, and I think it's very interesting. You see, when we speak to someone, we call someone, what we do is we dial in on their frequency. That frequency is their telephone number. When you dial their specific telephone number, a telephone number is like a telephone DNA. No one else has your telephone number. If they did, well, we wouldn't be able to call you or whomever it is that we're trying to contact with, right? That's pretty interesting to think about. Used to be in the old days, we'd have a party line and we would share our telephone. Well, that didn't work out very well. I remember those days, people listening in on your calls. A lot of people couldn't handle that. But now that's almost an impossibility to have that happen now that we have mobile phones and other devices that we contact each other on. So when you dial in that telephone number and that frequency, they immediately know who's calling. Isn't that amazing? It used to be we didn't even have caller ID. We would just have to randomly pick up the phone, and your guess is as good as mine who was on the other end. As time goes on, as the studies of laws of attraction and telekinesis, telepathy, technology evolve, you're going to see more and more in this subject be more involved. So when you're dialing someone else's frequency or you're texting someone else's frequency, now you're on the same vibration that they are. Even if you are having an argument, or you're not getting along very well, and you text someone or you call someone and the argument happens over the phone or over the text, you're still on that same frequency with that other person until whomever hangs up first. And you're sometimes still on that same frequency because all of those feelings, those thoughts, those desires still carry over once you hang up the phone. Now, I want you to think about this because this makes a point that we've talked about for quite some time. And it goes back to Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. That means you're using the laws of attraction for something sometimes you don't even want. You're attracting it because you're paying attention to it. You give that particular situation or circumstance or even person your entire dedication or devotion. to the subject. How many times do I hear, boy, I'm just not worthy. I don't think I can do this. I grew up not having what I really wanted to have, and maybe I just don't deserve it. It's all hogwash. You know it is, deep down inside. So getting back to the telephone, if it's for negative or positive, you still dial in on that frequency. Well, the same thing happens without the phone or the device. You dial in on someone's frequency by thinking the thoughts that you have about that person. Now, I want you to almost pretend that there is this invisible device that you use to contact someone. And when you're sending this subliminal message to this person that you want to manifest a call or a text or some type of contact from, many times you don't even need the device, the telephone. It's because you are connected on that frequency, on that same page as that person. Okay, so look, they may not call you right away. They may not hear you right away. But that's the beauty of the laws of attraction, because when you think of this, when you think of the contact, when you think of whatever business you want to be talking to someone else about, and even if you're not using your phone, that vibe, that frequency is going to start being picked up by that other person. Isn't that wonderful? If we could only tap into that much more, and there's so much that we really don't even know or even understand yet. And what we do know is volumes of information. So, using a device for laws of attraction, I'm going to say this. How many times have you gotten mad at your phone? Oh, this stupid phone. I can't get any calls through, or it wants to act up. My messages aren't being delivered. Oh, I'm so sick of it. I'm just ready to get another phone. Oh, I don't have enough storage, or I don't have enough this, or I don't have that. My ringer is gone. My microphone is gone. You get the picture. So now we're speaking into this inanimate object. We're speaking negative words. And like anything else, if we want something or even someone to perform, the best way to accomplish that is to speak highly, is to speak sternly, but kindly. So if you're having a problem with your phone, it's okay. That's a normal thing. But don't bash your phone because you're expecting your phone to perform for you. You see? When we take our phones and we depend on our phones so much, that becomes a different part of our life. Our phones are the extensions of our life because we are really using the laws of attraction, laws of vibration, and the laws of frequency through our phone, and no one even gives a thought about it. But stop and contemplate this just for a moment. You have this little device, the size of sometimes maybe even a playing card. You can play games, you can download things, you can play music, you can connect to the internet, and it's all wireless. All of this is done by vibrational frequency because your phone is set to a certain frequency. Can be analog or digital. I remember when things switched over from analog. That was kind of a scary moment because I had just bought a brand new car that had analog phone. And I had to go in and make sure that it could be changed over to the digital. That is something else. Think about how many numbers phone numbers we can store on our phone, and we can make an instantaneous call around the world as long as we have someone's frequency that we can connect to. That frequency being that phone number. We can text them, we can talk in real time. And the amazing part is there are plenty of apps that allow us to do that same thing. If we're not using our phone text directly, we can get a third-party app to do it for us. So think about this when you're using the laws of attraction. You're depending upon your phone. So let's take away the phone for a minute. And there may be a certain circumstance or person that you want to speak about or talk to or have a contact from. So instead of just maybe not even thinking about it and picking up our telephones, maybe if we could just mentally send them a message and connect with them on the same vibrational frequency that our phones do. That is very possible. How do you do that? Well, the first and foremost thing is, I've been thinking about you, your name, so and so. I've been thinking about you so much. I'm just so looking forward to getting contact from you. I know it'll make you feel better. I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen. But how many times have you called someone or someone has called you and you hear on the other end, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you? That happens a lot. And I think especially when we evolve as more human and spiritual beings, we start getting on another wavelength and another frequency and vibration. So how many times have you spent maybe 2 or 3 days, someone just comes into mind and you think about them so heavy, and you may look them up on the internet and you see maybe something has happened with them, or you look them up on one of the social medias, or you contact them. And what do they say to you? Oh my gosh, I have been thinking about you so much, that's just uncanny. That's amazing. And I think if we can now start recognizing this quality of being able to connect as easily as the frequency and vibration on our phones, we too can start communicating and touching base with people. I'm not talking again about magic. This is a law. It is the law of attraction. It is a universal law, and actually it is the law of vibration which supersedes the law of attraction, because everything vibrates and it creates a frequency through energy. That's physics. It's not hocus pocus. That is physics. That's where your phone comes from, your computer, your television, the internet. It's all based on physics, energy, vibration, frequency. So now what about your phone and the laws of attraction? How about when you want to hear from a specific person, even from a job? Maybe you're looking for a specific car and you called the dealership and they haven't found it yet. They said they would give you a call. Anything that you can think that you would be getting contact from. How about this? How about holding your phone in your hands and saying, I know I'm going to hear about this. I know I'm going to hear about this. You can put a time limit on it if you want to. I don't, because I don't like to set myself up for a disappointment. However, I will say soon or this week. I don't say by 10 o'clock in the morning or within the next 24 hours. That's kind of hard to pinpoint, because remember, the other person that we're depending upon to contact us has free will. And if they're going to work in the morning and they think about you and they think, okay, I'm going to call this person before 10 o'clock. And then they go by the local donut shop and they see another friend and they sit down and they have coffee and a donut and it goes past 10 o'clock. Well, you can't help that. That's free will. So you can hold your phone and say, I am expecting a call from this person regarding this circumstance or situation. I know I'm going to hear from them. I know it will be very soon. And if you continue to do that, holding your phone, looking at your phone, I know this situation will work out. I know. And you have to know beyond knowing. But your phone can actually turn into a wonderful tool and a key piece and part of your laws of attraction journey, because you're using it now as a tool, because it is an extension of you. When you call, you dial in on that other person's frequency and the vibration, and you're on the same page, and it's an instantaneous. And you can do the same thing with a text. I'm expecting a text from so-and-so regarding so-and-so. I'm expecting a text from my specific person. I know it'll be here very, very soon. And it's okay, because I know it'll make them feel better when they do. And see, here's another key. You want to make sure that you make that other person comfortable. So how many times when we're thinking of someone and you feel a little uptight, it could be that. Most times, 9 times out of 10 it is. So use your phone as an extension. Speak nice to your phone, even though it doesn't have feelings, it doesn't have a soul, it's an inanimate object. It's there for you to use, but speak well of it, because it is assisting you into making your heart's desire and your dreams come true that much faster. Think one more thing, and that is, think of the times in the past where they didn't have mobile phones or even telephones or devices that we contacted each other on. They had to wait for the mail. They had to wait for other things in order for this to come true. They had to wait for communication, or they just didn't even get it at all, or specific research. They usually would have to go and maybe travel, if not many, many miles, hundreds of miles, to perform research. And now we have that at our fingertips. Let's not take this wonderful gift and blessing of this time for granted. Let's not use these things and then get angry or mad, because it's been the dream and the desire of someone else. That's why we have this. The phone that I'm holding right now was the dream and desire of someone a few years ago. Look how quickly we have evolved. You're holding someone's dream. The computer, the television, the other device that you're listening to this on. So respect that. Respect the laws of attraction. You cannot get upset and be angry with something, and then when it doesn't work, when the communication doesn't come through, you're even more angry on top of that. It's physics that you will continue to get more of the same. That's why you have to treat what we use these days as respect when we have used them in the laws of attraction. So the laws of attraction and your telephone and your mobile phone, yes, absolutely. Research it. Make sure that you can see that person's number and name come up on your caller ID. and know that they're giving you a specific call because they are dialing in for you. You watch and see. It's going to be actually very wonderful. It's very eye-opening when we can really sit and think about how this manifests for us. And believe me, you can manifest a lot through your telephone. You can work from home and run billion-dollar companies through your telephone. By the pool, respect that device. Respect that gift. Don't worship it. Respect it. And I can tell you that things will come to you so much quicker. That it will be blinding, lightning quick when you really can tap in on understanding you're using that frequency and the vibration. So if you hear anybody ever say, I don't use the laws of attraction, smile and know that they do. Because if they're using their telephone, that's all it's based on. So I want to thank you for coming today. I really appreciate you, and if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. And I want you to know that everything always works out for you. I know it does. So I will see you again next time on Secrets Laws of Attraction. Again, I'm Zelda Kelly, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.